In this episode, we're building a new short block for the FRP engine.
So, FRP 376 is 104,000 miles, so just felt it was getting a little bit tired, and we were lucky enough to pick up this brand new short block from Ford, so decided to build a new engine for the car.
Okay, whilst this engine's new, it has stood for 15 years, so it required a full rebuild. So as you can see here, we masked off the engine and painted it silver, rather than the horrible stock aluminium finish.
Whilst this was a 0 miles engine, there was a slight amount of corrosion on the crank which needed to be cleaned back and polished.
So as you can see here, we're putting the main bearings in the engine with the help of some brake cleaner, cleaning them up. So we oiled up the main bearings before we drop the crank in so that the bearings don't bind at all. So as you can see here, we're putting some oil into the crank journals just to make sure it is well lubricated.
Okay, so now we're dropping the bearing cradle in and bolting it all up. All of the threads in these bolts have all been lubricated to ensure that it can be torqued up to the right level.
Unfortunately, we can't afford a snap-on torque wrench at 750 quid, but please sponsor us. So, as you can see here, the pistons are in the engine. I would have included footage of this if the footage hadn't corrupted. Not only do they look good, but also saves you a lot of money than buying new bolts from your manufacturer, so replating is the best way.
And here we are just doing the final assembly of the sump, putting in the sump tray and the oil pickup pipe.
The RTV, you need to make sure that the RTV has nice beads so that it spreads evenly when the sump is pressed onto the block. As you can see here, we're just filling the channels in this sump just to make sure that we get a good seal everywhere. The sump is going on the engine here. And as you can see on the Puma, it is a two-part sump, which is unusual compared to some JDM cars and American cars. Here the lower sump is prepped to go on as well. and these are also torqued to the right manufacturer specifications. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. That was the short engine build. Next we've got to shim the head and make sure the head's all good. Then we've got to put the head onto the short block and then put the engine into the car. I hope you guys did enjoy, and we'll see you in the next episode.